From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
It's a big midday here on LALATE with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. In this recording, we'll go over that monthly stimulus check and why you're likely to get more months of checks from the Democrats. Then we cut to the recon. Done deal. $3.5 trillion of checks are going to a vote on Monday, and this is the biggest payout we've seen across the board. We'll go over why this pays a lot of money, a lot more money than you've ever seen across the board before. Then we cut to fifth stimulus, which heats up, and this is really great news. Raise your benefits up if you're on SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, and more. In a day in which YouTube alerts are not being sent out to members, there's a lot of technical backbone issues hitting across the platform. But I'm here, you're here, and ultimately we get through this together. It's a big day, and the excitement starts right here, right now, as we go into evening, afternoons, LALATE, and noontime, starting right now. Hey, good noontime, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day across the board. What a day it is, as a lot of details are unfolding, and I'm excited to be joining you live, direct from Santa Monica, California. It's a day in which YouTube's backbone is having problems with alerts for members and subscribers across the board. So you may be joining into the video late today. Don't worry, I'm excited to have you here. And with that, we have so much breaking news. We'll be going over that fourth stimulus check and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. Then we cut to the recon. Done deal. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you and the American people. And then we cut to the fourth stimulus, which raises your benefits up. But in the final 15 minutes of this video, I have a lot of breaking news, a lot of great news. Stay to the final 15 minutes of we go over the big sums of money coming to you under fourth stimulus. Confirmed details you're going to hear in this recording. But first, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers at YouTube record. I want you part of this channel. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The links under the video and at the top of the chat. Let's get into those stimulus checks starting right now. Senate versus House, House versus Senate. More senators and more Democratic House members are coming out talking about how many checks you should have, when you should have them, and what are the amounts. Let's go over all the detail. The reoccurring theme you're going to see is that they all want them monthly, and also they want them close to be about $2,000. Let's go over the details starting right now. Among senators, Warren, Sanders, and Wyden wrote a letter to the president just recently asking for monthly stimulus checks in the fourth stimulus package. The amount unknown, but they want it monthly. Those are senators, and there you go. So let's go to the next group. The next group is not that one. The next one is the House bill. The House bill providing a $1,000 month check after the first month of $2,000. That is what we've been detailing on this channel over the last few months. $1,000 after the first month. This is pandemic plus 1 year. So this would give you at least 12 checks. Total payout of $13,000. The new labor numbers released this morning. Best labor numbers since the start of the pandemic, but still not in the 200,000 new jobless claims number. It was still upwards of about 300,000. Meantime, the tapering number from the Federal Reserve suggesting they're going to start tapering by the end of the year. That's suggesting that maybe we're heading out of the pandemic. But then we go to the details about Omar and AOC. They write in a letter to the President of the United States saying they want monthly stimulus checks, $2,000 a month. So with them, they're giving you the amount and the reoccurrence of $2,000 monthly. Then let's go over to the House Ways and Means Committee. We've been detailing them a lot on this channel. They want a monthly stimulus check. Fourth, they don't say the amount. So they say monthly, and then they say a fifth stimulus check next year. And then finally, The American petition, 2.8 million signatures so far, approaching 3 million. They went monthly, and they wanted $2,000. So who gets this forced stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that if you got a fourth, you get a third. Excuse me, if you got a third, you get a fourth. A single individual, $75,000 less, you get a forced stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 less. Democrats represent, you get a forced stimulus check, double it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security Railroad benefits, Democrats represent, you get a forced stimulus check. The forced stimulus check is not income, it's not taxable, and the forced stimulus check would be the same amount for everyone, including adult dependents. Finally, this forced stimulus check is not a waivable check. So if you're trying to get alerts from the YouTube channel today, you're not getting them. No one's getting them. So don't wave at them, and don't think it's a waivable check either, because it won't wave back either. In the second half of this video, we go over the great news about the voting process. Done deal. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you under the forced stimulus recon, the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. And I'll go over why those checks are for you. It's incredible great news. Then in the final 15 minutes of this video, a lot of breaking news as the recon vote for procedural is going to be done in a blink of an eye in just a few days. In fact, the next 2 business days. Wow. Incredible great news. Then we cut to Fistimals recon. But first, let's get some money. Get a pen and paper ready because I'm going to get you some big money across the board. When we talk about money pays, and money pays a lot of bills. And when third stimulus was passed, I said immediately, I'm going to get you $14,000, not $1,400. And you're going to see in a second how some viewers have really listened and done really well in just the last 24 hours. It's incredible great news. Get that pen and paper ready. First, we're going to start for some rent. How much money for rent can we get across the board on the third stimulus? 4 to 6 months of rent? No, maybe a few more months than that. But here are the incredible sums of money that people are getting for rent. Bam! $27,000 Elizabeth got for rent. Wow! As a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Mark getting $25,000 for rent. Nancy, $24,000. Richard, $22,000. And Nisi getting $20,000. The details came in overnight as we had some great success stories. Came in overnight, and you're going to see those tonight on Evenings LA. But here are yesterday's success stories. John revealing he got $12,000 for Snap just this week. Great job, Johnny. Kathy, just this week, getting $13,400 for rent and also $600 for utilities, for water, and $6,000 a year for Snap. Great job, Kathy. Triple Crown. And Helen getting 3 items, rent, $4,000, $2,000 for electric, and $2,000 for water. I love Helen's story because she's understanding the importance of the Triple Crown and understanding you can get multiple utilities. How much in utilities are viewers getting? Let's look at it right now. Bam! $7,000 for utilities Nancy got. Wow, there's Nancy again. Mark getting $6,500 for utilities. And Angela, $5,000 for utilities. Here's some other success stories. Pamela receiving $12,000 for rent. Carla, $1,700 for utilities. Tiffany, $13,000 for rent and other items. And Randy, $6,000 for rent and other items, along with Jennifer for $5,000 and other items, and also Cecilia getting some utilities. And finally, let's look at some Snap. Wow, look at that. Great job. Louis getting $18,000 for Snap. John, $10,000 to $12,000 for Snap. And Nancy, $5,000. Finally, for people getting the Triple Crown, can we see that deliciousness? Bam. Oh my goodness, Nancy. Nancy getting 3 items and $32,000. Nisi, $23,000 and 3 items. And Mark getting 2 items and $32,000. Mark, 2 items. This is a graphic about 3 items. How did you get in there? Let's go over what happened with Mark. Mark got 2 items, $32,000. So on air for 5 days, I said, Mark, go get some Snap. And in literally just hours, Mark went and got Snap. He also went to his neighbor, said, have you watched that kid? LALATE, he's the real deal. The neighbor went from 0 to $20,000 of rent in less than 5 days. That's the Purple Power spirit. Why wait around for forced stimulus when $20,000 could be heading into your hand? And so how much did Mark get for that incredible sum of money? Let's go over all the details of how much Mark got for Snap. He did not get $19,000. He did not get $900. He got a massive payout of $19,000 for Snap, and bringing Mark's total count to $50,000 $1,500. And this is what we do, because this is LALATE. Wow. We've been doing it since day one, when was getting viewers $25 million of EIDL loans approved. People had applied for the EIDL loan. Their application was stalled up. They had applied on 330, 331, and 48. If you're an original viewer, you remember what that meant. They were stuck, and I had to get them out of that vortex. And that's what we did off camera and on camera, doing about 10 applications a day, $150,000 a pop, $25 million of EIDL loans are getting approved. But in fall of 2020, second stimulus was not coming, like right now when you're waiting for fourth stimulus. So I said, why wait around for that second stimulus check and go get the big sums of money that are application-based? And that's what Tyrone and his family of four of Boston did. Got $16,000 for rent, paid all his rent from December to the spring. In Boston, family of four. But now you're doing it again, bigger than ever, as the Purple Hawks are really pouncing. You see these people who are getting 3 or 4 items in just the last few days. You are pouncing and you're getting sums of money that we've ever seen before. And included among them is the incredible details of Lorraine, who got $100,000 from this channel in the last few days. Today's your day to be the next Lorraine. Get that pen and paper ready. We're going to go over all the details starting right now. We're going to get some money for rent, utilities, SNAP, mortgage assistance, and more. I'm going to go over some introductory remarks. Number 1, I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. So don't reach out to one and stop, because one is likely to say no. Keep on pushing until you go to all 6. First, they have different eligibility, so if one says no, reach out to the next. Number 2, each has their own pot of money, so who worries if one says no? Reach out to the next. Number 4, every state is paying money. There's not a single state that's not paying money. So if you reach out to your local city and you maybe only have about 3,000 residents in your town, don't worry. Keep on pushing, because there's money in your state, maybe at the county level as well. Also, listen for the keywords I say in the video. Viewers say it really helps them get approved. And finally, remember, the important detail is not to insert disqualification, preoccupational things in your mind, like, I don't think they pay for people who stand in front of surfboards. I don't think they pay for people who wear purple shirts. Yeah, they do. So apply. Are you ready? Here we go. You're going to reach out to your city hall, your city housing authority, your county hall, your county housing authority, your state hall, your state housing authority. And the keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID. That's rent or mortgage assistance because of COVID. You don't say words they don't know, like stimulus or YouTube alerts for members, because they're not working today, are they? They're not working. Can we top that? Yes, as we go into some SNAP. Congratulations to Tim and Linda, who got this wonderful money for rent and utilities. If you got it as well, post in the live chat right now. The wonderful money for SNAP is paying a lot. Mark got $19,000. Louis, $18,000. John, $10,000 to $12,000. Lynn Glenn got it for herself, her son, her mom, and Gail got it as well. What is SNAP? SNAP is money for food. It's a SNAP. That's why it's called SNAP. Reach out to Department of Agriculture to get it. How much does it pay? A family of 4 out of Hawaii gets upwards of $16,000 a year. Wow, why so much money? Because of 2 wonderful executive orders. One from Biden, one from Trump, that raised your benefits up 15% between January and September. But if you saw the breaking news live on air on Monday on this channel, when YouTube alerts were working that day, you saw the incredible details breaking on this channel. Biden on Monday said to Department of Agriculture, we're not going to do another executive order. You're going to fix it, and you're going to go higher, because this 15% ain't cutting it. So effective October, the Department of Agriculture will be raising your SNAP benefits up with a new lift, replacing the 15%. The new lift will be an average of 25%, lifetime, automatic. Wow, incredible, great news. As Mark is going to go from $19,000 annualized to about $25,000. Incredible, great news. If you got SNAP as well, post in the live chat, and we're only 14 minutes this video. The next part of the money is the money coming back from your states. This is the overpayment of unemployment benefits due to computer error. Where's a landing direct deposit? Reach out to your state and say, hey, state, where's that check due to overpayment of a computer error? I don't know, sir. Maybe I ate it. Is that Sir Lloyd? Is that where Sir Lloyd is located? We haven't seen you. More about that later in today. tonight's sirloin video. But boy, there you go. One viewer got $3,000 for this, another viewer got $5,000. The last pot of the money is the money coming back from IRS for that taxes you paid on that 2020 tax return. Margaret got it, Cod got it, Michael got it. And yes, it's a waivable check. The average waive is $1,200 to $1,400. I know you hate a waivable check, Mitch. I just know you don't like that. And guess what? It's coming this week. More about that in a second. But first, if you're on the live chat and you've not posted success stories for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, or more, please do it right now, because the spirit of this channel is people helping people. I'm here to help you, and you're here to help other people. And that has always been the spirit of this channel. And when you post your success stories in the live chat, you inspire other people to pick up the phone and call and get those big sums of money. We're not donut people here. We're not Donetta, even though, you know... those donuts look delicious. We are here to get big sums of money because people may have never known about utilities. Whoever thought that your utility bill would be paid? And I love what Helen did. She got 2 utilities, as you saw. She got 2 utilities. Number 2, people may have never heard of SNAP until they found this channel. That was the case of Larry Maui. He never heard of it. He got $5,000 for SNAP. He's an individual out of Maui. He never heard about it. And then we have the people like Art Sullivan and Nisi who got 3 items. They inspired us to go get 3 items, like Nancy and Mark went and got 3 because of Art and Nisi. And finally, we get an update about how big these numbers are. So consider posting all your success stories in the live chat, and let's continue with the big money that is coming under unemployment benefits. The average payout is about $1,200 to $1,400 direct deposit, otherwise in the mail, that refund check from IRS. And how do you track it? Go to irs.gov and do a transcript search, and 70% of the time it'll work. It'll reveal the check, the taxes you paid, the tax return you filed, and then 70% of the time it'll reveal stuff you never wish to know. For example, maybe it'll explain to me why the YouTube alerts are not working today. Can we top that? Yes. With getting YouTube alerts to work today, that would really help. Can we top that? Yes. As we go into the second part of your Forced Stimulus Check update of 2021, starting right now, deal done. The $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to the American people. Let me go over what's going on. First, stimulus checks and recon. There's a push underway to get those stimulus checks in the recon. But the recon itself is going to pass no matter what happens. Why? One, because the Democrats have agreed upon the price tag before they even started on the process, $3.5 trillion. Number 2, the Democrats have agreed to pass the recon. And number 3, the recon will pass because it has to pass, because the president needs the recon and the bipartisan on his desk, and the only way to get both of them on his desk is to pass both of them. How do we get to this wonderful spot? We got to this wonderful spot by taking roads and bridges out of the recon and making it now passable. That recon originally had the roads and bridges out in it, took it out, and put it into something called the bipartisan. A conservative publication confirms my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon before, the harder it was to pass. But by allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spending from the recon, roads and bridges, and put it into the bipartisan, it made the recon passable. Now, the bipartisan and the recon have both been passed by the Senate. On Monday, both of them will be passed on the House side. The incredible details starts with understanding this, which you're only going to hear on this channel. The recon price tag was agreed upon by the House and Senate Democrats with the president before we started the process. So the recon will pass because everyone's already agreed upon the price. On Monday, they're going to have a vote on the price, but they've already agreed upon the price. It's going to be mainly just a formality vote. This is why Representative Richie Torres, Democrat, progressive out of New York, said we have to have a larger recon. He got it at $3.5 trillion. And Elon Omar, before they agreed upon the price, says we have to have a recon that goes as far as we wanted. You got it, $3.5 trillion. With an agreed upon recon, then they were able to put all the progressive priorities, checks for you, checks of all magnitudes, application generally based checks, more about that later in the video. I'll explain that in the final 15 minutes of this video. They were able to get all those checks in there. And now the president has been telling them, protect my recon. As Brian Shaw, Democrat out of Hawaii, and Jalapal, Democrat out of Washington, said, the president told them, protect my recon, because everything that is progressive priorities in that recon is my priorities. So what's a recon? What's a bipartisan? What is a Infrastructure, what is a reconciliation bill? What is a recon procedural and what's a recon substantive? Let's go over all the details right now. It's easy breezy when it's all explained one at a time. So a recon is your money, and that is path number one. And a bipartisan is not your money. We have two paths to deal with. Let's go over the details. First, recon, your money. Reconciliation, $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you and the American people in what's basically application-based under this fourth stimulus recon. It's also called the Democratic spending plan or the progressive welfare assistance plan. Anything with the word spending in it, $3.5 trillion. Bipartisan, not your money. This is also called roads and bridges or infrastructure. We got three bodies of law to pass, and the first one will be done on Monday. This is recon procedural. Then we do recon substantive, and then we finish with bipartisan. So what's the difference between recon procedural and recon substantive? Recon procedural finishes on Monday with basically addressing a very simple question. How much is the total price tag of the recon, and how much is it going to be split between different committees of the federal government? Total price tag has already been agreed upon before they started, $3.5 trillion. So they've already agreed to this. This is why it's going to pass with a simple, quick vote. And then they've already agreed that the different subcommittees are dedicated to different subject matters. $10 for this committee, $20 for that committee. At that point, they start voting on the recon substantive. Notice how I said start voting? I don't say start working. They've been working on this recon substantive since day one. So the subcommittees will then determine how they're going to spend the money. Now that you've been given $10, that subcommittee, how are you going to spend the money? Who's going to get it, and when are they going to get it? Let's go over all those details in the final 15 minutes of this video. But first, how did we get to this wonderful spot? By Jalapal, who wrote Schumer a letter saying, Chuck, call the vote on the recon. Well, the vote was called on the House side, pass, and on Monday we'll pass the recon procedural on the Senate's on the House side. That recon vote is simple and breezy, but 12 House Democrats of 100 plus wrote the president a letter recently saying we're going to be adding monthly forced stimulus checks in that forced stimulus package. Wow. Can we top that? Yes. As 7 members of that House Ways and Means subcommittee, the one we went over just a second ago, have promised to write in monthly forced stimulus checks when they write the forced stimulus recon. Well, we got to push purple power and ensure these people keep their promise. Can we top that? Yes. As Biden did it. 7 weeks ago, he went overseas for a ceremonial signature, and the real signature was a few days ago. It's for something that is no longer needed in the forced stimulus recon, making the recon easier to do. That's great news. It was for the global minimum corporate tax rate minimum. Now it's easier to call the vote on the recon and easier to vote on the recon because it's done. Can we top that? Yes. As we go into the final 15 minutes of this video, I will show you why this forced stimulus recon is the best news we've seen in months. It's going to pay fortunes of money to the American people. And if you've gotten $1 from this channel over the last year, whether it is SNAP, or rent or utilities, then you're going to do really well with me and everyone else of this community of the Purple Hawks when forced stimulus recon becomes law, because most of it's application based. And that's why if you've gotten utilities but you haven't been able to find money for mortgage assistance, for example, don't worry. Reach out to the community page. Where are they? They're under the description of this video. Find the emoji of a house, click the link, and it'll send you over to the community page. They're separated on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at news.la.com/community. Reach out to them. They'll help you get those other sums of money that you've been not able to get. Here's a little bit about them. I'll be back in 60 seconds with you for the final 15 minutes as Noontime LA continues. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Noontime LALATE, live from Santa Monica. In a day which there's a lot of exciting news across the board, we'll be going over the final 15 minutes of this video with the big money of forced stimulus. Lots of money for the American people, mostly application-based. And the final vote for that recon procedural will be on Monday, setting us up to go right into recon substantive. Then as Purple Hawks, we won't be waiting to pounce because guess what? Purple Hawks are getting tens of thousands of dollars this week. How are they getting money this week? By not being a donut guy or donut girl or donetta. I'll show you all those incredible details and more as we go into the final 15 minutes of this video, starting right now. And how are you? It's a big day across the board. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. It's a strange day with a lot of strange things happening on the YouTube platform. They're having a lot of technical difficulties. Not mine, but on theirs. And so you're not getting YouTube alerts since yesterday for members. So a lot of people don't know videos are happening. The way I'm going to get through it is the following. Let me stop the music here. The way I'm going to help get you through these YouTube alerts is the following. Video will take you from video to video, and let's hope by then they restore the alert system. So this video is going to take you into the 1 o'clock afternoon's LA video. So after this video is over, don't have to lift a finger. It'll take you there automatically. That video, the 1 o'clock afternoon's LA, which is of course a throwback, will take you to the new afternoon's LA at 3 o'clock when that one is done. And that video will also take you into overnight's crypto. At that point, if the YouTube alerts are not finished by then, go into the overnight's crypto show, and I'll continue to give you I'll give you messages reminding you evenings LA is at 5 o'clock and the other shows. The YouTube alert system has been down for upwards now almost of 24 hours. I did not realize it myself until I noticed it, and then viewers confirmed that, and it's all the talk on social media as well. All right, with that, one thing that also needs fixing is SSI and SSDI. And the president promised this during the campaign trail. He did not deliver, and so now the Democrats are taking care of this. In fifth stimulus. When is fifth stimulus? Fifth stimulus starts within just a few days. They don't send out checks in just a few days. They start drafting it. And that SSI reform is incredible great news. First, they're going to draft it. Then they're going to try to get to a vote by November so that the benefits hit your bank account by November, and then the benchmark for next year. Step one is they are going to remove the marriage. They're going to increase your benefit limits. Then they'll remove the asset limits, add an inflationary benchmark, remove the marriage penalty, and remove the income exclusion. All right, let's go over how this works. First, who is this for? You, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, or survivor benefits. They're going to raise your benefits up a lifetime. Then they'll apply a new benchmark. That new benchmark is inflation, replacing COLA. The Fed minutes released yesterday suggest the Federal Reserve will start to ease tapering potentially in December. And that's big news because guess what? The new jobless claims number released this morning, best number again since the pandemic started, dropping once again, suggesting inflation's kicking in. So how high is inflation going to go? It's going to be transitory, meaning it's going to reach a peak in December. I'm predicting about 5%. Let's do the analysis. First, they'll raise your benefits up a lifetime. Then they'll apply a new benchmark. Let's say it's 5%. That means your benefits will step up an additional 5%, not just next year, but lifetime. Because once your benefits step up, they never step down. Then they're going to move the asset cap, dating back to a 1980s law that says you can't stay on benefits and also have more than $3,000 in the hand. It's going to go away. They're going to remove the income cap, dating back to a 1960s law that says you can't work and stay on benefits. And finally, the marriage penalty is going to end. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to marry your longtime love interest and get a pair dance underway. Viewers like Rob and Sandy will be able to get married and no longer fear loss of benefits. If your benefits were canceled because of marriage, they'll be restored. Finally, will there be a fifth stimulus check? There will be. The Democrats in that House Ways and Means Committee represent, they're giving you one next year. Finally, if you're in the live chat and you have not become a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? You need to become a Purple Hawk because daily via the YouTube community page, I send alerts to when the system's working to members about all the big money under first, second, third stimulus and propose under fourth and fifth stimulus. Here's what you need to know. Is when the second stimulus was being written up in December, no one was getting that $600 stimulus check. It wasn't coming. So I showed viewers how to pounce and get big sums of money. And that's how Tyrone got $15,000 for rent, picking up the phone and applying and getting it at a time in which the second stimulus check was not coming. When third stimulus check was passed, I launched the Purple Hawks. And I said, sure, there's going to be a $1,400 stimulus check, but you're not going to sit around as a donetta and just wait for that $1,400 stimulus check to land in your bank account. No, you're going to crash the waves and get massive sums of money. You're going to get rent, utilities, food, internet. And at the time, I told viewers, there's going to be tens of thousands of dollars for you in this third stimulus. Certainly in January, people looked at me like, really? And I said, yes. And now you're killing it. Purple Hawks have literally learned and done incredible jobs. And you see these people. I'm getting maybe 5 to 20 comments a day saying, I got $10,000 in the last few days because of you. I got $5,000. I got $2,000 the last few days from you. Now people are learning that, wait, I'm not going to wait for fourth stimulus. I'm going to get the thousands of dollars right now. And when fourth stimulus happens, I'm going to get even more. And with that, we go into the final 15 minutes of this video. So consider becoming a Purple Hawk. The link is under the video where it says join here. We go into the final 15 minutes of this video, starting right now. Deal done. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you under the fourth stimulus recon. Number one, how can I say deal done? First, the price tag was agreed upon by the Democrats before they started. So when they call this for a recon procedural vote on Monday, says Steny Hoyer, the passage will be a blink of an eye. They already agreed upon the $3.5 trillion. Number two, they have all the Democrats aligned to pass it. They've already agreed upon the $3.5 trillion price tag, so away we go. Number three, the Democrats don't need a single Republican, so that makes it even easier. This is recon. You don't need a Republican vote for a recon. Finally, the president has said on my desk in the White House, I need recon and I also need bipartisan there at the same time. So anyone who wants one body of legislation has to get the other one over the finish line as well. What's important to understand is that this $3.5 trillion of checks under this fourth stimulus recon is mostly application-based. What does application-based mean? Meaning it does not land automatically in the mailbox, meaning you have to pick up the phone or go to a website. And we've always done that. We've always done that as a family on this channel. That is nothing new. Application-based stimulus has always been what has been done. Whether it was first, second, third stimulus, whether it was PPP, EIDL, PEBT, or PUA, you've always had to pick up the phone and make the call to get the big money across the board. And now what's important to understand is that with the price tag agreed to, then all they have to do is basically determine how they're going to spend the money. And with that, we have some guidance on where they want to spend those sums of money. Now, it's all on you, but how much for which different groups? Let's go over some of the items that are proposed, not the actual law, but proposed. Free school meals for all checks, tax-based checks, cheaper prescription medication checks. Then we have free internet checks. Then they have checks for farming. They have lots of checks for workers and seniors alike, independent contractors, collective bargaining unions, and lots of checks for seniors like free checks for dental, checks for vision, checks for hearing care, and checks for seniors. I always laugh to say, I love the Purple Hawks are sending me messages to me saying, I want to get that internet, I want to get that dental. Where's the application for it? First of all, I love that they're ready to pounce before it's a law. Not law yet, but you don't want the same application for the dental as the internet. Sir, while you're wiring the internet with that drill, can you drill my teeth? Oh, no. There you go. Next, let's go over the voting process. So the recon procedural done by Monday, if Steny Hoyer's promise on that recon vote date is correct, and we go right into recon substantive. We don't really have to think that recon substantive just starts on Monday. In fact, it just starts the voting process because they've been doing this for a very, very long time. Now, ultimately, when they do recon substantive, we have to focus on the other part of being Purple Power, seats for stimulus. Hashtag seats for stimulus. No time to be a donetta and hold up our donut and just assume things are happening. You have to be on social media and tag your elected officials. Hashtag seats for stimulus. 6 House seats are up for grabs. That's a lot. That could determine how Republican or how Democratic the House becomes. And those people are in their local jurisdictions campaigning right now. They want to know that they have your vote, but they also don't want to hear that they may lose your vote if they give the wrong stimulus. So we've seen that Warren and co. want you to have a stimulus check. We've seen that the House bill wants it to be $2,000 monthly. We've seen that AOC and Omar want it to be monthly and $2,000, and we see that the House Ways and Means wants it monthly and reoccurring. And finally, 2.8 million Americans want it monthly and at a price tag of $2,000 a month. So pick up that phone and push. Pick up that internet, get on that internet or that computer and push, because those legislators need to hear what you want. Don't be a donetta and just assume money is landing in your bank account. Meantime, let's go over the other details you need to know going into the next week, and this is why Purple Hawks are pouncing. Number one, today is today is still not the weekend, and guess what? We got a few more days for you to get money. And that's what I love about what Purple Hawks are doing. They're hearing this video and hearing the videos on this channel and realizing, wait a second, I'm not going to wait till September to get money. I'm going to pick up the phone today and get some utilities. I'm going to pick up the phone and get some SNAP. I'm going to pick up the phone and get some rent. And that's what Purple Hawks are doing better than I've ever seen before. I'm getting about 5 to 20 messages daily on social media. If you got a success story, send it me on private message on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Because now you see people like Helen, who got 3 items, rent, utilities, electric, and water. She did not wait to September. She got money right now. She got a lot of it. She got $8,000 between the 3 items. You have Kathy, who picked up the phone and got 3 different items. She got rent, she got water, she got SNAP, and you have Johnny, who got SNAP. These are people who are taking things in their hand and getting big sums of money right now. Then, when forced stimulus becomes law, because it will become a law, there's going to be all this big money in there. First stimulus was this big. Second stimulus was this big. Third stimulus was this big. Fourth stimulus is this big. Yeah, imagine if you got any sum of money under third stimulus with me, like these viewers who got $8,000 this overnight. Imagine if you got $8,000 on the third stimulus. Imagine how much you could get under fourth stimulus that's this big. And if you learned how to get one item, whether it's a $2,000 electric bill or a $2,000 water bill, you're going to know how to pounce under fourth stimulus, because that's where the big money is. And with that, stay on this video, because it's automatically going to take you to the afternoon's LA 1 o'clock throwback show. And then that video will automatically take you into the afternoon's 3 o'clock show. Then after that, it'll automatically take you to overnight's crypto. You don't have to do anything. Each video will take you automatically to the next one. And then use overnight's crypto as a way for me to guide you into the other shows. If you didn't hear, there has been a crash since yesterday of the YouTube alert system. So if you're a subscriber or a member, you're probably not getting alerts. I'm not getting alerts. So there is no way to send out messages. So you'll see less people in the videos because less people know that a video is airing, unless you know the time slot. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay on this video as it takes you into Afternoons LA, starting up next.